a third boggle walks up, and its oil just starts you see like a bubble kind of forming on its skin, as though it's got some real bad acne.
Gross.
And then just this viscous goop enters into the floor beneath it. And then it steps to the side. And you're up, Phil.
I'm going to crossbow this boggle. Can I roll 1d20 plus 1d4 like this? Sure can. It's going to be a 23 to hit.
That is a hit.
For 8 points of crossbow damage.
And the boggle reels back in pain.
Bonus action.
Not quite bloody.
To do the same thing again.
Okay.
It's going to be a 13 to hit.
That is a miss, unfortunately, as the boggle kind of just ducks underneath your shot.
I hate him. I can't step back, otherwise he will get to touch my butt. I don't want that. So I'm just going to hang out right here.
Alright, and I'm going to, real quick, draw out that goop that got left on the floor below.
Oh, not goop. Nobody likes goop.
Oh no. Goop is
Can you all
bad.
see that?
Yep.
It's very goopy.
Okay,
Oh, yeah.
It's purple.
And McDohl, you're up.
I am going to close and swipe this guy with my scimitar. Looking at
That's a hit?
Yeah, it's a 24 to hit for 7 slashing damage.
And he looks like he's on his last legs.
Alright, I'm going to shift over here to give someone else room to beat the crap out of him. And I'll end my turn.
Okay. Someone takes advantage of your shift. Unfortunately, that someone appears to be a boggle.
Rude.
As he steps forward and attempts to strike you with his big, horrible fists. Unfortunately, he's still like a little child. He's just kind of beating against your chest with his little hands.
That's adorable. He thinks he's people.
And then he steps next to you, and then he too looks like he's about to step into the wall and disappears.
Does that provoke an attack of opportunity?
It does not, because he never left your threat range until he just wasn't there anymore.
Bummer.
The boggle that has been taking fairly significant beatings. That is the right one, right? Yes. Steps forward to slap onto you as well.
He left my threat range, didn't he?
He will in a second.
Okay.
Let me, because he's about to take a run for that wall. So he's going to do the slap first, and then you'll get to slap him in return.
Also, don't you have crossbows in hand?
What do you think I'm going to hit him with?
Okay.
I love to hear it. Oops.
An improvised weapon
5.
is still a weapon.
5 points of damage to you, Niles.
That's kind of ouch. Like, I don't like that.
And then, yeah, he looks like he's leaving your threat range, Phil.
Yeah, let's take an improvised strike here.
Okay.
So that's going to be that's going to be a 4 to hit.
No. And you just hear
Wait, are you sure?
kind of... Yeah, I'm pretty sure. You just hear guttural chuckles as he ducks into the wall, like his companions.
Oh, his name's Chuckles now. Can't wait
Niles nurses the wounds and then his wound, and then just like angrily pulls the door shut. None
You
of
hear
that.
the sound of arguing. You can't understand what they're saying, but you hear the sound of arguing coming from the north of you, Phil. That's Phil with a P. Well, it's to the north of the other Phil as well.
North of all Phils.
Yeah.
North.
There,
Phils
it's your
are
turn.
not-
Would you like
All Phils
healing?
are not Phils.
I'm going to
Nice.
5, 10, 15.
Oh, we're not off of initiative.
No, we're not.
No.
All right.
So I'm gonna like peek in the room here.
Alright, and peeking into the room,
Okay.
Oh.
the walls of this chamber are lined with red clay brick. Several, no. Trust me, you don't want to be standing there. Several circular metal platforms, each 6 feet in diameter, hang from great iron chains attached to the ceiling. The floor is 20 feet below, but is hidden by a thick blanket of smoke that pours from several magic pots. Oh, you can see what looks like a. Actually, no, you can't from there. That's it. You see these big platforms that are hanging from big chains attached to the ceiling.
Oh, so basically that is jump across. Gotcha. Do I hear where's the arguing coming from? I can.
Now it seems like it's coming from south of you.
Oh, I'm gonna point at the door.
And
Wait,
you
I-
go to point at the door, and which door?
This one.
You go to point at the door, but like just the sound of the arguing and the tone doesn't sound like it's coming through a door at all. Is that it?
I'm going to. I've still got like 15 feet of movement. I'm going to.
Sure.
Where's the arguing coming from?
Now that you're standing this close, it appears to be coming from the wall directly southeast of you.
I'm going to hit. I'm going to move here. And I'm going
Yep.
to hit the wall with my whip.
All right, make me an attack roll.
That is a 23.
And you hear a crack as your whip smacks into the wall, leaving a small scratch on it. And for a second, the arguing stops, but then it begins again more angrily.
It's from the same spot.
Yeah, same spot. It sounds more accusatorially this time.
Okay, whatever. Again, that is a
And yeah,
12 to hit.
same effect.
Gotcha. Okay,
Is that
it's
it?
in my turn.
All right, Cat.
I have a name, you know.
Yeah, but I can't
Um,
remember it, and your name's misspelled on the combat tracker.
Yeah, and dodge.
All right. Xarim.
Yeah.
I have no idea why someone was.
Yeah.
Why Phil was acting on your turn.
So first of all, I'm still concentrating on that acid. And secondly, I'm going to lob a firebolt into this wall that all the imps or all the boggles disappeared into.
And you shoot the firebolt, and it crashes into the wall, leaving a small scorch mark.
5, and then I guess I'll move to here.
Flower.
Hmm.
You hear the arguing finally stop, and then you feel just a bunk on your knees as you stand up against the wall. And, like, for just a split second, you see the head of a boggle just crash into your knee. And then the arguing starts up again, but after a moment, Niles, a boggle adheres to your south and goes to take a swing at you.
Stepping out of the wall.
Stepping out of the wall, yeah.
I hate these guys.
That is a 12 to hit.
12 does not hit.
Don't let them grab you. They'll take you back to the beginning of the dungeon.
Sounds right.
And then he looks like he really wants to just dodge back into that wall, but unfortunately he wasted all his movement bumping into Flower's dumbass.
I mean, Flower's smart at.
Flower's incredibly intelligent ass. A second boggle appears exactly where the first boggle just came from, and it takes a swing at you as well. And that's a better roll.
That is a better
You
one.
are you are looking at a 17 hit,
Yep.
and the boggle slaps you with its big hand, dealing another 5 points of bludgeoning damage.
Whew, I don't need another one of those.
And then this boggle disappears into the wall. Second verse, same as the first. That's a 13 to hit.
That does not hit.
And this boggle, to the laughter of its companion, who seems to be trying to nervously cover up how unhappy it is about being left in this hallway, ducks back away. Phil?
Does this guy look like he could use some crossbow bolts poking out of him?
I don't think he'd appreciate it.
Let's oblige him. I'm gonna see if I did this macro correctly. That's a 25 to hit
Yeah, that's a hit.
for 9 points of damage.
Yeah. And a crossbow bolt is sticking right out of him, and he is bloodied.
Okay, let's do it again. Bonus action for offhand crossbow. 24 to hit
Yeah.
for 8 points of damage.
And that's it. You put 2 crossbow bolts in him, and his laughter is no more. He falls to the ground dead.
I think I'm gonna just. These guys are coming out of the wall. There's nowhere safe to stand. So I think I'm good here, actually. Next to this door. We haven't seen one come out of a closed door yet. So, yeah, I'm going to take one step back. That's it.
Niles is going to step back over here to the rest of the group. He's going to take his action to dodge. He's going to second wind.
You hear a noise. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No.
I didn't realize you had more turn to go.
I was doing the second wind, but yeah, after I second wind, dodge and second wind, that's the end of my turn.
You hear a voice coming from the wall to the southwest, and then there's no response. And after a while, the arguing stops once again, and then Phil, a boggle falls screaming out of the air above you, out of the ceiling.
I get 3 hit points back from second wind.
And he just kind of like swipes at you as he falls, still screaming. But he is unable to get through your armor.
What a
And then he
nerd.
collapses on the ground and picks himself up. And you can tell that he really wants to not be here, but he also doesn't appear to have much of a choice.
Now you're reporting with Thinkles.
Xarim.
No other boggles around here, huh? This one looks. How beaten up does the one that fell through, out of the ceiling look?
It looks extraordinarily beaten up.
Well, I'll say I'll risk the AO.
From what?
Does
Oh,
he
from
take
walking
swing at
away?
me when
Oh, yeah. I mean, it looks like it's just like doing it just out of pure malice at this point, because it doesn't expect to be getting out away from this one. That's a 10 to hit your AC?
Yeah. And then I'll take a running leap to this platform,
Okay.
and I'm going to ready an action to firebolt the first boggle aside from the other one that I can see that hops out of a wall or ceiling. Because I got a
Alright.
clear line of sight down the entire chamber, and there's no walls next to me.
First, make me a athletics check.
Yep, you got it. Say 17.
And you jump across, and the chain that the disc is hanging from
Mhm.
begins kind of swaying back and forth a little bit.
Mhm.
But you're able to kind of catch your movement and stop hanging onto the chain, and you are fine as it just kind of comes to a halt.
Okay. Yeah, not ignoring this boggle, because that one's not long for this world. Any others that jump out of the wall are getting a firebolt.
Okay. Just to give you a bit better description of the room now that you've kind of entered into it. The mist below you, now that you kind of look into it, the smoke is just too hard to see through.
Okay.
You can't tell how far away it is. And to the west, dangling by the westmost disc by a short copper chain, is a sword. Just kind of like hanging above the chain.
Under or above the disc?
Above the disc. It looks
Okay.
like if you were on the disc, you'd be able to reach up and just take it.
So, literally a sword of damage.
Is that it for you, Xarim?
Yeah, it's into Zerm's turn.
Alright, Flower.
How are you looking, Niles? Do you need hit points?
I could really use some hit points, yes.
Okay, well, there's the thing. Cure
'Cause-
Wounds touch, so I need you to get closer to me. Alright?
Okay.
And let's thorn
You
whip.
have legs.
Yeah, but I mean, I guess
I'm just
I don't
kidding.
have to. One,
Wow.
two. No, it's fine. It's fine. This always happens when I'm the healer. Cure Wounds, the sitcom guy that no one likes.
You're going to have to be more specific.
The Boggle?
I love you,
Yeah, the
McDohl.
Boggle. 4 hit points.
Everybody loves Boggle.
2 boggles the baby.
Oh.
2 Boggles and a Boggle.
This always happens when I'm the healer.
Thank you,
Alright,
McDohl.
it's my turn.
Alright. Phil. With P.
With P. Gotcha. Whip. That is a 17 to hit.
That is a hit.
He takes 2 plus. Gotta do math. Hold on. 5 points.
And your whip just gashes around its throat, and the Boggle chokes to the ground, dead.
Okay. Alright. I'm just going to
Gross.
kind of close ranks here.
From above you, in the ceiling directly above Uncle Phil, you hear just like the arguing continue, and then after another couple moments, the arguing disappears. Uncle Phil.
This one here is still alive?
No, he's very dead.
He's very dead. Back up to this position, next to the smoke room.
Mhm.
Facing south. And hold action. If a Boggle comes out of the wall, I will shoot it with a hand crossbow.
Alright, Niles.
Niles is going to move to this position and dodge. There.
And as you all stand there, weapons at the ready, dodging in place to make sure that nothing hits you, after another few moments, you start to get the sense that nothing else will be coming. And we can exit initiative.
All right.
Yay!
Well, that went
Fuck
well.
with us again.
Alright, somebody throw me a rope.
I throw him a rope.
Okay, let's make our way across. How much rope do I have?
I believe I got 50 feet.
Okay.
5, 10, 15, 20.
Do I have to make an athletics check for each of these?
Yes, please.
Bless doesn't affect ability checks, does it?
I don't believe so.
I don't think so either. It's 18?
Yep, no problem. No problem.
That's wait, is Boggle rolled? That's a 23. That's a 9.
And this time, the rope just starts swaying back and forth. You didn't quite make the roll. Make me that athletics check again.
Sure. 13.
And you manage to kind of catch onto the edge of the disc with both hands. And you begin to pull yourself up with no real problem as the disc comes to a halt. However, before you're able to do so, you hear a snickering, laughing voice appear from below you as out of the smoke, just it looks like almost like another portion of it has just gotten a bit thicker. And then we are going to need to go back onto initiative as a smoke mephit digs its claws into you.
Are we going back on the same order?
No, and actually, I just want to make this a little faster, so I'm just going to add all of you real quick. And then, if you would click on the die next to yourselves on the combat tracker rather than rolling it in the menu.
Oh,
So I rolled better before.
how do I add
sorry.
my bonus to that?
It automatically got added.
Oh, okay.
It should be, yeah, it gets added to when you, yeah.
Plus 0.14.
To
Yeah, that's an
Yeah.
excellent. Oh, I'm
That's
guessing.
okay.
Yeah, I'm guessing that's your dexterity.
Yeah, you're right. All right. That's cute.
0.14, what?
That's cute.
14.
Oh.
Dexterity breaking. Or tie breaking.
And
Fair.
everyone in the room is surprised as the smoke method has basically perfect stealth within the within the smoke before it emerged.
Are we surprised?
Well, you're surprised mechanically, not maybe thematically.
For non-cipher bonus, I tied that rope around my waist. I wasn't like, because I needed my hands to make the jumps.
Yeah, that's fine. Where was the other part of the rope, or do you just have it?
Phil was holding it.
I guess I'm
Yeah,
holding
okay.
it, but
I mean,
I
I
want to
told
warn
you to
you.
get your rope. I don't know what you did with the other end of it. That's up
I
to
have
you.
8 strength, so
Like I said, that's on you. I just took my end.
I just threw him the coil of rope and goodbye. No, I'm holding the other end of the rope.
The
Later.
mephit swipes at you with its claws, but it's unable to get through your armor.
Okay. And then I'm surprised.
Yep, you're surprised, and we're back at the top of the order. Give me 1 second here. A second mephit flits out of the smoke and makes a swipe at you with its claws. But it too is just unable to strike you as you sway back and forth with the chain.
So I'm hanging on the bottom of this platform, or have I pulled myself up?
You're hanging from it. If you can consider yourself though mechanically to be prone on the platform.
Okay.
And then at the start of the next turn, you can just lift yourself back up.
Do I need both hands to hold onto it?
Not if you don't want to, but
Okay.
if you did, just consider yourself to be prone on the platform.
Sure.
But yeah, you can just have it one hand if you
Yeah,
want.
yeah. Okay.
And then a third mephit pops into view. But man, I'm rolling with advantage. All right, and we are at Phil with the P.
All right. Going to take a running start.
Mhm.
I'm gonna jump here.
So as long as you keep moving and make your athletics checks, you could continue to jump as much as you had movement. But once you stop, you're going to find it difficult to start up again because you're not going to have that running start. So you're going to need your strength to be
10.
whatever the rule for that is. You'll need the whole platform to run up, basically.
Right. I think I could probably get there.
Make me 2 athletics checks as you jump from.
7.
And you,
Wait, let me double check that. It's not going to be higher than 8, I don't think, though.
and you heroically leap into the room, prepared to go swinging from plate to plate. And then instead, the first one just kind of slips to the side, and you fall tumbling into the smoke below.
Now
Here,
I am the only Phil.
I'm still surprised I can't take a reaction to that, can I?
No, you're not surprised at the end of your turn.
But my turn hasn't come up yet. I wasn't surprised.
We went through the whole initiative.
He gets a feather fall. And you get a feather fall. And you get a feather fall.
Okay. I was about to say, is Phil falls through the smoke.
And yeah, everyone. Yeah, I
You-
can.
You hear him say, "Avenge me!"
5. Yeah, everyone gets a feather fall.
You hear him say, "Avenge me!" and then way earlier than you were expecting, you hear that kind of cut off as Phil, you come into contact with the floor about 20 feet below. While you're in the base of the room, it's too difficult to see through the smoke to kind of shoot at the mephits above you. They're above the smoke and you're below it, but you're not taking any damage other than that. It seems like the fall was most of the danger here.
Okay. Do I have any move? Let's see. That's 5, 10, and then running jump. So that's 20, and then I fell. So I technically have 10 feet of movement left.
Yep.
Okay. I'm gonna dodge. Is what I'm gonna do.
Okay. Make me a dexterity saving throw, Xarim.
12.
And the mephit breathes in a heavy breath and then blows out a cloud of smoldering ash in your direction. But you manage to kind of dodge the side to the other side of the platform, and you avoid being blinded by it.
Okay.
Alright. Xarim, it's your turn.
Half my movement to pull myself up onto the platform. Reach into my spell component pouch, pull out a pinch of sand, and then we're going to need some d8s. 5 of them.
Nap time.
I got a sleep centered on the center mephit, 30 hit points.
30 hit points?
Yep.
Alright. The center mephit begins drowsing, and then you hear just a thud as he crashes into the ground below. I'm also going
That's
to make him
it for me.
invisible as he fell below. Alright, Phil.
I'm going to put a crossbow bolt in the one mephit that I can see. That's a miss. That's a 1, actually.
Alright. Yeah, the mephit just kind of dodges out of the side.
Yeah.
And so does Xarim as you narrowly avoid taking out his throat.
I'm going to bonus action to fire with an offhand crossbow. 24 to hit.
That's a better roll.
8 points of crossbow damage.
Alright, and the mephit shrieks out in pain. Anything else?
I literally cannot make these jumps.
Well, you have a feather fall, but you don't want to be down that
I
side.
don't want to be down there. I can't see anything. I'm going to... This would be a better position for me to stand, but I don't want to climb on top of Niles. So I'm going to hang here for now. Oh, and I guess I've dropped the rope at this point.
Niles, it's your turn.
Alright, so yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and take a shot at this boy with a longbow.
Go for it.
Let's see. Just double checking my numbers here.
Mhm.
That's a 17 to hit.
No problem.
Pleased to be enjoying 6 piercing damage.
And you blast a shot through his wing, and it looks like he is now bloodied.
Mark off an arrow. And yep. I'm not gonna jump out there and continue to shoot. So I think I'm gonna. But he looks. Phil looks like he wants to get over here, so I'm gonna back up and give him some room to do his thing.
I can just see more of the room if I'm in that position. We're gonna have to both utilize that spot if we're gonna continue to stand here and shoot.
Yeah.
Phil, from to the side of you, a piece of smoke coils itself out of the darkness, and you find yourself taking a swipe. But it is unable to get through.
That's good.
Flower.
That's me. All right. 10, 20, 30. Okay. I'm gonna cast Magic Stone. Got 3 pebbles. I'm gonna hurl one at the smoke me fit. Because that was the thing I can do. 1d20 plus my spell attack modifier is a 17 to hit.
That's a hit.
Cool. 3, 6 plus 5 damage.
And the Mephit looks like it's just kind of like tatteredly flying up there. Another hit like that would put it down.
Good to know. I will get out of that corner so other people can use it. It's my turn.
Share the
It's the
corner.
important corner.
Second. I want to note that this guy is asleep so that I remember that.
Given the status effect of snooze.
Oh, I stopped concentrating on the. Oh, sleep isn't even concentration. Jesus. I'm still
sleep's just-
concentrating on the acid, depending on how long it's been.
Sleep's just busted.
The best spell in the game. Until level 3, then it never works ever again.
Oh, you know
Yeah.
what? I'm going to make this guy visible because, Phil, you can see him from where you are.
Okay.
He just kind of conked onto the floor. And that's his turn. The heavily damaged Mephit carefully backs away from you
Mhm.
and then disappears back into the smoke.
Mhm.
Go for it, Phil.
I'm going to give this guy my lashings of love. Next to
Never
me.
say that again.
So that is a 25 to hit.
As a hit.
He takes 5 points of slashing damage. And then offhand attack, which is even more. It's full of even more love. It's a 17 to hit.
That is a hit.
Another 5 points of slashing damage. So for a total of 10.
And yeah, you slash deeply into it, and it looks like it's bloodied.
Sick. And I'm just going to kind of step around him to get closer to over here.
Mhm.
And that's the end of my turn.
All right. The one remaining healthy Mephit standing next to you, Xarim,
Mhm.
takes a slash at you, but yeah, its claws are just unable to get grips on you as you stand up there weaving to and fro.
All right, then I sling my greatsword off my back and take a slash at him. That hits an armor class of 28 for... Wait, did that add the damage to the... God damn it. The fact that it doesn't break these down.
Your roll went through just fine though. That's,
Where's the
You
damage?
definitely hit.
Yeah,
2d6. You looks like you rolled a 4.
so 7?
Yeah, split those out so that it's easier, but you can click on rolls and it'll tell you what each individual roll was.
Yeah, let me edit that macro. Okay.
Alright, is that it for you?
That's the end of my turn, yep.
Alright, Phil.
Gonna step into the magic spot. Oh, now I can see all the mephits. All my boys are bloodied except the one next to Xarim. Is that correct?
Yeah, to be clear though, the only mephit you can see is the one standing next to Xarim.
Okay.
The one
other-
down here is next to Phil.
This one.
And the other one's unconscious underneath the smoke.
Got it. All right, then I'm gonna fire some crossbows at him. That's a 20 to hit
That's a hit.
for 4 points of damage.
All right.
And bonus action to offhand crossbow. It's 23 to hit.
Yep.
For 8 points of damage.
And that is enough. And the mephit goes screaming to the ground, where it disappears into a puff of smoke.
I really enjoyed that, and now I'm going to step out of the magic spot. And that's where I'm going to end my turn.
All right, Niles.
Niles can no longer see any mephits up and around.
Yep, you hear the sounds of battle coming from below you, but you don't see any mephits.
I still have Featherfall up, right?
Yep.
Then yeah, I'm gonna drop it down beneath the smoke.
Featherfall, how long does that last? It's like a while. right?
1 minute. So 10 rounds.
So it'll last them.
Yeah, it'll last for the whole encounter.
And then I see this. I see.
Yep,
I see.
you
Phil
can see
tussling
Phil
with that
fighting.
guy, right?
Absolutely.
But I'm pretty sure the smoke mephit would appreciate an arrow, right?
I think it already got one for its birthday.
Well, it's good. Well, it gets an extra one as a treat.
As a treat. You're firing
That's a
candy
20.
canes.
That's
I
a hit.
am. That's a 22 to hit.
Yeah, you got it.
For 8 piercing damage.
And yeah, you have severely damaged this mephit.
And that's all I got now. Let me mark off another arrow.
The mephit standing next to you, Phil, carefully backs away from you, and then it too just kind of tries to hide itself in the smoke. That is a disengage, and then it's just getting away.
You alright, Phil?
Yes.
Not you, the other Phil, the good Phil.
The best.
I am the good Phil. I'm the neutral good Phil, to be precise.
Did I just disconnect?
I knew.
Hello?
Hello?
Hello.
I think Discord hiccups.
Discord was having that.
Yeah, that was just a quick hiccup. All right,
Sorry.
Flower.
Okay. Ooh. Do I see this mephit, or is that?
No, he is asleep beneath the pit.
Okay. I don't. Oh, we have
Niles, where are you
Featherfall.
standing? Oh, you jumped down. Okay.
Yeah, I dropped down.
Never mind. Yeah. I don't think you have Featherfall, right?
Everyone has Featherfall. They're all within 60 feet of me.
It doesn't require a line of sight because he was way back
I
in the
was kinda
corridor.
back, yeah.
Oh, if you were far back, then yeah, you wouldn't have Featherfall. Sorry, I
Here's the
just
thing, though.
lost the
Here's
entrance.
the thing, anyway. I can fall down. I don't know how I'm gonna climb back up out of it, so I'm good here. Or let me step back just in case.
It doesn't look like the spell requires line of sight, so you can have
Oh.
Featherfall if you want it.
Okay, but like I said, if I get down that pit, I don't know how I'm gonna get back out. So
Mhm.
this is good here.
All right, sleeping Mephit, and go for it, Phil, with a P.
All right,
I'm just gonna start calling you P, Phil. Is that cool?
that's fine. You have to be within 5 feet of a creature to get the auto crits, right? Yeah, you do.
Mhm.
So okay, we're just going to.
Yeah, that's at advantage.
So that is a 25 to hit on the first hit.
That's a crit.
Oh, it is a crit. Yeah. Haha. Okay. So that is 8 points of damage,
All right, and the Mephit wakes up, lying on the floor beneath you.
and I'm gonna hit him offhand, and that's another crit.
No, it's not.
It's not. Oh, you're
That's
No,
a D20 plus
19.
5.
right. So that's 24 to hit.
Yep, that's a hit though.
Yeah, for 6 points.
And the Mephit is badly wounded.
Yep, and I'm gonna action surge,
Okay,
Wow.
and he's still prone.
that's a hit.
Oh, okay.
You
4
don't
points.
get it.
Yeah, you got him.
Gotcha.
So many action surges.
I'm gonna yell up, "Got him!"
All right, so I'm gonna tie the rope to the pendulum that I'm on, and then to take advantage of the Featherfall duration, I'm gonna keep going.
One sec. Before that,
Sure. Yeah. Ah,
a Mephit appears out of the smoke beneath you,
mm-hmm.
taking a swipe at you with its claws.
Yep.
And that's going to hit. So I'm going to actually be able to figure out what its claw damage is.
Does it hit a 17?
Yes.
Okay.
I shouldn't have answered that question, but yes. For 4 slashing damage.
I
I'll
don't
make
think
it
I have
easy.
any acid to make a concentration check on, so.
Now it's your turn.
All right, well, in that case, if that's how we're playing things, take a swing at him, hit AC 14.
That's a hit.
What the hell did that button do? Oh, it wasn't a roll.
Mysterious.
For 8 points of damage.
All right,
And that's the end of my turn.
Uncle Phil.
I can see my boy, yes?
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
he's right
Let's,
there.
Crossbow number 1 is a 20 to hit
It's a hit.
for 6 points of damage.
Okay. And he's bloodied.
And crossbow number 2 is a 13 to hit
That's a hit.
for 6 points of damage.
All right. And it looks like he's on his last wings. These guys have an AC of Mephit.
Right. I'm going to step out of the magic spot.
Niles, are you getting into the spot? Oh wait, you're down and below.
I'm down in the below times, yeah. I don't really see much else I can do if I can't see the guy. Unless, wait, is that the one that he just took a swing at Xarim, right?
Yes, he is flying above the smoke, taking a swing at
Okay.
Xarim.
Then I'm going to take the dash action. How do I measure out movement? Oh wait, square.
5 feet per square.
I was wondering how I. Oh, whoa! No.
What are you doing?
Dropping a fireball.
I guess. Like, how do I undo that?
I'll get rid of it. Don't worry.
I'm sorry. I used the wrong thing.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, there's the ruler tool. That makes sense. Let's see. 60-foot dash will get me there. So I will put myself there. Yeah. Boop.
Okay.
Yep, that's it for me.
Niles, no sooner do you step into that location
Uh-huh.
than does a smoke mephit appear out of the smoke to your above you,
That's rude.
and he goes to take a swing and fails miserably.
Fails over to hit roll with me fit.
Yeah, 3 of them couldn't get me when I was hanging from the edge of my fingertips over one of these iron platforms.
They were just rolling badly that time. It's not actually that bad. Flower.
Oh, I see. We have more mephits to deal with. All right. No, that's fine. I got 2 more stones. Smack that mephit. This one.
Smack that mephit.
Smack that mephit. Whoops. Smack that mephit. 20 plus 4. 14 to hit.
14 does hit.
Sexy.
My
Maximum
next character.
damage. 8.
All right. And yeah, you shoot that mephit real bad, and it falls to the ground dead.
I like the part where you killed the mephit.
That was a good
I
part.
also like the part where I killed the mephit. Flower is very proud of herself. Killing a mephit with a rock. Whoops. I didn't mean to do that. Because I was about to step back.
All right, Phil. Phil.
Philly P, gonna whip this mephit, show him how much he cares. That is an 11 to hit.
That is a miss.
Oh, offhand attack. That's a 20 to hit
That's a hit.
for 6 points of slashing damage.
And the mephit cackles as you miss with your first whip, and you catch it square across the mouth.
Oh, you hit
I
the,
wasn't expecting dual wielding whips.
can't hit a bro mid cackle.
It's the second whip that gets you.
Ouch. The worst. I don't like being in this position.
That is it for me.
Xarim.
All right, so I can't make out any of this because it's a smoke mephit in a smoke-colored room below me, right?
Yep.
All right, so yeah, I'm gonna take my movement or I'm gonna take my action to untie the rope around my waist and tie it to this pendulum that I'm on, and then I'm gonna continue my way across while Featherfall's still up.
Okay. I'm going to say
So-
with Featherfall, you can make these athletics checks at advantage because you have a little bit of.
Yeah, coming down is a little easier after I jump.
Yeah,
So that first one's a 25.
that's a hit.
Let's see,
Go
so
ahead.
it's 5, 10, 15, 20. Just make it to here because I want movement to dash. Second one's also a 25.
Yep, you're good.
Yeah, that glide button from Final
And
Fantasy
there's
15 too.
There's a rope now hanging down in the lower part of the chamber tied to this.
Excellent.
That's the end of Xarim's turn. Yep, exactly like that.
All right, Uncle Phil.
All right, I'm gonna get my laser pointer and shine it on this far wall and watch Flower just dive over the smoke after it.
Why would you do that? That's awful.
It's a wand of red dot.
No more mephits up top. Yes.
Correct.
You need at least a 10 strength to make these jumps, and I have 8 strength. So I'm going to Featherfall down into the smoke.
All right, and as you come down, you see 2 of your companions facing off against the mephit.
Okay. Let's see if I can get to that square. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That ought to do it. That's my full movement.
Excuse
Yeah.
me.
Light them up. A 9 to hit.
That is not going to do it.
And then a 13 to hit
That'll light him.
for 4 points of damage.
And you take a shot, and it looks like he's not quite bloodied, but just about.
I feel very vulnerable standing underneath the smoke. But that's where
That's
I'm
weird. Why would you feel like that?
I feel like at
Oh.
any moment smoke mephits could drop down out of the sky.
Eh.
I am going to circle around, so I'm not having a whip waved over my head. That seems counterproductive. And I'm going to scimitar the smoke mephit.
I feel like you don't trust me in my whip skills. My
I
mad
mean,
whip.
would you? I mean,
Yeah.
after how many years of Razu and Birdie? Like,
Yeah.
I'm just I'm just expecting the comeuppance to happen at some point. That's a 19 to hit,
That's a hit.
and you're 6 slashing damage to the mephit.
And he is bloodied. Looks like one more hit like that would take him out.
I will leave it to P-Phil to knock it out like that. Knock it out the park.
The smoke mephit, it doesn't look very interested in P-Phil doing that to it. So it carefully backs itself away from you and then disappears into the smoke.
Up into the smoke or like into the distance?
Up into the smoke, and then you can't see it anymore.
Okay.
To be clear, though, Xarim, you never see it emerge from the top.
Yeah, obviously.
Call out. I think there's still at least one more in here.
All right, Flower.
Okay. What's the DC to like jump on one of these platforms?
That's an excellent question.
All right. Might as well try. It's a strength athletics, you said?
Yeah.
okay.
At advantage if you have Featherfall, which you do.
1d. Funny amount. How do I separate the rolls with a text command? Or do I? I'll just do it twice.
Just do it twice. No. And the rest of you see a very dejected-looking cat slowly float.
It's the most cat-like thing where her head and her hands are just sliding like away from the platform. As the feather
Like
falls
it flowers falling back first and just midair just flips over to land on her feet.
She looks like
Yeah.
she did that completely intentionally.
Do I see anything on the ground floor?
No, you can just kind of see the shadows of the things above you, and you see the rope extending down from above. But no,
Okay.
you don't see any mephits or anything.
And I bonk into Uncle Phil.
It's all right.
All right. Do I still have an action? If I still have an action, I'll dodge, but...
Sure.
Okay.
So you dodge. All right, Phil. P-Phil.
Let's see. Let's see. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's move here. And I'm going to dodge.
All
My
right.
turn.
Xarim.
I will draw on my innate psionic abilities and try and mage hand that sword back to myself. Not I'm within range.
And you grab onto... Yeah. You tug on the chain,
Mhm.
and you're able to do enough force to just kind of snap it. Because the chain itself was relatively light. And you pull the sword towards you,
Okay.
and you see that the blade is in what looks like a very fine scabbard.
Yeah.
Traced with silver inlay.
I'll sling my greatsword on my back and draw that sword as soon as I bring it to myself.
And once you draw the sword out, the blade of the sword unsheathed seems to be shedding bright light. in a 15-foot radius around you, and then 15 feet of dim light after that.
Okay. Let's see. That was an action to cast the spell, an item interaction to pick up the sword. So yeah, that's it for me.
Do you use swords?
Yeah, I'm proficient with long swords and great swords.
Once you pull it out, which would you prefer, a longsword or a greatsword?
I mean, I've got one of both. Is this a which do I mean, I guess mentally I am more used to using, like, my perfect self in my own mind's eye would be using a great sword. So if it forms, based on anything like that, it will be a great sword.
It doesn't seem so much that it formed based on anything. It just seems like you pulled it out, and the scabbard looks like it would fit maybe like a short sword, but emerged from it, you pull out a greatsword.
Okay.
I am going to.
Well, I'll
You
slide
can
that.
just treat that as like just a greatsword for now.
Okay, I'll slide that into my sword belt underneath my other longsword and my wand, the scabbard.
Okay.
Oh god, how'd that happen? Yeah, that's the end of Xarim's turn.
All right, Phil, Uncle Phil.
I'm gonna need the rope to get up the other side of the room. When we get there, I think. But in the meantime, I'm just gonna move over there. To this position and dodge.
Okay. Niles.
Niles is going to move over here and dodge as well.
All right, Flower.
Can I make an active perception check to try and find where that other mephit is? Where it's going to?
Sure.
Cool. 15.
And your eyes attempt to kind of pierce through the smoke around you. It doesn't seem to be anywhere close to you.
Damn. All right, I'm good.
All right, Phil. P. Phil.
Okay. We're just going to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What's the wall right here look like?
You see a kind of 20-foot wall, but you can't really see anything above that.
Is it
It looks like there's smoke above you before anything else. Basically, you're beneath the smoke. You don't see anything.
right? Is it? Can I get a good like handhold?
It's about the same as the wall anywhere else. With an athletics check, you could try to climb it.
I've only got, if I dash, I've got 35 feet. So that's not enough to get up. So I'm just going to hold an action to whip any mephits that come within range of my whips.
Okay. Xarim.
Let's circle around on this platform and then jump back. Is that still an advantage?
Yep. Hasn't been 10 rounds yet.
That's a 19.
All right, you're good.
5, 10, 20. Get to here. Second jump
Still
is
good?
a 20 something. Let's untie the rope and drop down then. As my action for the turn.
All right. Uncle Phil.
Yeah, continue moving towards the far wall. And dodge.
Yeah,
there.
you just see your companion.
That's
Niles.
Because I can't. There's no way I can make that jump.
Okay, so this passageway is up above the.
Yeah, while you
On
were
the
above,
level?
you saw what looked like bars covering a passage over there.
Mm-hmm. Nothing on this below.
No.
Okay.
Oh wait, that's a bard. Like I can't go through there because of the bars.
It looked like there were bars blocking the
Oh.
way. You didn't get a
Can
good look at it?
Could I not? Could I non-cipher bonus do not have untied the rope then?
Absolutely.
Still be up here. Okay, yeah. Non-cipher bonus. I'm still up here. In that case, I'll dodge because I'll have to use my action to do the rope bullshit.
That's fine.
Okay. I'm gonna active perception check to see if I can spot where that guy vanished. Because this is getting old.
All right, go for it.
13.
And trying to pierce the smoke, you're unable to find it.
Not yet. All right. And my turn.
All right, Flower.
I would like to repeat that same perception check.
Go for it.
19.
Looking in the room, you think you get sight of a mephit kind of splitting its way over in the north, but it doesn't seem to be going to attack anyone at the moment. And looking at it, you're pretty sure it's not the same mephit that you saw hiding before. Seems to be an entirely new, distinct mephit.
Yeah. Of course there is. Stupid. Alright. Yeah, it's a flower string.
All right. Phil? P-Phil?
I'm gonna climb up the wall. And
All right, yeah, make me that athletics check.
That is
No problem.
Yeah.
You find enough handholds in the kind of worked stone of the wall, and pulling yourself up, you see a barred window, kind of like to the southwest, and looking into it, you see a passage extending out into the distance. However, kind of like tugging on the bars, they don't seem to have any give to them.
Okay. I'm going to can I use my action to just pull as hard as I can?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay. What is that? That's not going to probably do anything because that's only an 8 on die anyway.
And yeah, tugging at the bars, they seem to be very solidly fixed in there. You think that you're not even certain that even at your maximum pull, you'd be able to get rid of it.
Right. Dead end. Very secure.
All right, Xarim.
Uh,
Sorry, go ahead.
I was just going to drop back down with the.
Sure.
what's the action to untie this rope?
Just pick it up. I don't care.
Yep. Untie the rope, hold it in the hand, and then we're gonna make another jump.
Yep.
The 8 turns into a 13.
And you're able to leap across.
20. And I'll make it to there. Yeah, that makes it. Oh, and since it wasn't an action, I can dash, so... 18 makes it, I'm assuming.
Yep, and you don't need to make the last jump.
Okay. Throw me a pit and then I'll hammer this rope in. That's the end of
Alright.
Xarim's turn.
Uncle Phil?
Okay. I can't walk. I gotta click my square first, don't I? There we go. And dodge in this position as I make my way back towards the door.
Okay. Niles?
Niles gonna make his way. Oh hey. And take a shot at the smoke mephit with an arrow.
Go for it.
That's a crit.
That's a crit. Roll damage.
If it wasn't bothering anybody.
He's bothering me.
Fair enough.
14 piercing damage.
And the mephit takes a heavy blow straight into the center of its chest. and it is instantly bloodied.
Good. That'll end my turn.
All right. And the Mephit flies over towards you, and I'm going to need you and P-Phil, to make me a dexterity saving throw. All right. Who is the
17.
first one?
I'm Petito.
Stush.
How are you?
Fake Stush. Phil, what was that roll?
Sorry, 14. I didn't realize I was muted.
Yeah, and you are both able to dive out of the way.
Oh wait, never mind. I was about to say triggers my held action, but I had another turn since then. Haha.
Flower.
Sorry. Yeah, Thorn Whip the Mephit that is now attacking. So that is. You were.
Wait, why is that Mephit now attacking?
This
It
one.
was shot.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Doesn't. He could have just been shot and continued to run away. Like. No. Yeah, but Thorn Whip. Melee attack. 20 plus 4 is a 20 to hit.
That's a hit.
5 damage.
Are you going to tug this Mephit?
No, I'm not.
All right, and you whip the Mephit into the face.
Is there a reason why we're going back out this way? Did I miss something?
There's a gate above. There's a gated
that's
window.
gated?
Yeah.
All right, gotcha. Cool.
All right. Phil, P.
That's a 10 to hit on that Mephit.
That's a miss.
A 15 to hit on that Mephit.
That's a hit.
That's 7 points of damage on that Mephit.
And that is enough for that Mephit, as it
Alright.
sails to the ground dead.
All right. Okay. End of my turn.
Xarim. Anything?
I don't have any climbing pittons or anything, so I can't do anything better than just hold the rope myself if any of my companions need to climb up it.
Uncle Phil?
I would like to ready an action to firebolt any Mephits that attack one of my friends.
Sure. You're gonna have a hard time seeing it because they're below
Yeah,
the smoke. But if you were
But
able
like
to
if
see,
they like climb up above the smoke and then the Mephit attacks like they did with me.
yeah, I don't have a problem with that.
Okay. I'm just gonna work my way towards the door.
Okay.
Dodge in that position.
Niles.
Just measuring things out. Yeah, I'm gonna go here and dodge. End my turn.
All right, Flower.
I'm debating. Yeah, let's do another active perception check for Mephits.
Go for it.
It's a 24.
And you spot a Mephit. It seems unharmed, floating in the northeast.
Guys, we're gonna be able to find as many Mephits as we want in this ocean of smoke.
Yeah, but just think of the level we'll be if we exit this maze.
2, because they're Mephits.
It's Flower's turn.
P-Phil.
I'm just going to dash.
Can you at least appreciate the fact that I rolled a 24 to find a Mephit in smoke? Let's just appreciate that.
Okay, that's the end of my turn. Take the dash action.
Xarim. Uncle Phil?
I'm going to.
Same as last turn. I'm going to hold a rope in one hand for my companions, sheath that sword, and with the other hand ready in action to firebolt a mephit that attacks my friends.
Yep.
I'm going to move to here and then throw up some climbing spikes to Xarim at the top.
Fair enough. Niles.
I'm going to dash over toward the thing, toward where the entryway is. That out real quick. That's right next to Phil. Boop. That's gonna be my turn.
All right, Flower. Anything voice? Okay. Phil?
I think I'm just gonna climb up.
Go for it.
Yeah. So we're just going to.
Athletics.
So yeah, okay.
It'll take 40 feet of movement to make it to the top.
I'll dash to get up there. It's fine.
Okay.
So that's 10 to get up to the base. So that gives me 50 feet of movement to get up there with a 15 athletic. No, excuse me, 18 athletics.
No problem.
Okay. Boom.
And you're able to pull yourself up.
Boom.
There.
I mean, I think I could just hold this rope. It doesn't seem like none of my companions are particularly heavy, right? Like the effort at this point of spiking this into a wall probably isn't important.
I mean, you just look at Phil's image. It looks like he's got some chunk.
Okay, I'll take my action to pick up one of those climbing spikes, hammer it into the wall, and tie the rope off to it.
All right, Phil.
I'll move back a bit.
Climb on up.
Give some space.
And you make your way up the wall. Niles.
I'm gonna climb up and out as well.
All right. Flower. You, give me 1 second here. You see the mephit seem to notice you and slowly start to make its way towards you.
Oh.
This is a really bad decision.
Yeah.
I wish I spoke Mephit. I'd try to talk some sense into him.
And it breathes a cloud of smoke onto you. Make me that dex save.
15.
And like your companions before you, you managed to avoid anything but a little bit of singeing. Your turn.
Flower shakes her head, pointing at the Mephit. Man, if I didn't think I needed a spell slot, I would have wrecked this Mephit's day. So, fortunately, I think a Thorn Whip will have to do. I will have the record show none of us did anything to this Mephit and it still went aggro.
Yeah.
That's a crit.
Okay.
I don't feel bad for him. Like,
I mean, we did murder all his friends and family and loved ones
5 damage.
after invading his home.
All right.
I will not
And
pull
you
it towards me.
chasing my mephit.
And it's 40 to climb up.
I think it's... Yeah, it's 40 to climb up. But you
Don't
don't have to
have
make a
that.
check because you have the rope.
Oh, yeah, but I don't have that. I've only got 30 because I used my action to attack the Mephit. So I'm good here. As Flower says, one more Mephit to deal with.
All right. Phil.
this Mephit is so dumb.
Phil?
Philly F?
Is it F or P?
P.
Oh, I'm sorry, Philly. I actually don't remember which one's which.
I'm just going to say Phil, and you guys have to determine between yourselves.
Oh, I'm acting after
If you got to
Xarim.
be assholes, you got to
Sorry,
pay
that one's
attention.
Philly P. My bad.
Okay, so it's I'm just going to move down and dodge. I don't know. This is
It's,
Brickroad's
19
fault.
to jump across that gap.
No problem.
That hits an armor class of 28.
Yeah, you got him.
Really wish there was a way to make it highlight if you got a critical for 11 damage with the new sword.
And yeah, you slash deeply into the sword, into the weapon, and it cries out in pain. The sword itself doesn't seem to have any like additional damage
Sure.
effects, but it doesn't also seem to like it enjoyed being hit with it.
The sword of heat.
That's the end of Xarim's turn.
Phil,
This Mephit is really, really dumb. I just want that on record.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's just start crossbowing him. That's going to be a 21 to hit
that's a hit,
for 5 points of damage.
and that's enough. And you
Okay.
send him sailing down to regret his choices.
This could have been avoided!
And I'm assuming you're going to help your companion up. You're not just leaving Flower down there like a jackass.
There's a rope.
There's a rope.
So yes.
I'm stepping out of the way so she can climb up.
And you guys are able to make yourself out, ending combat.
Can we take
I-
a break?
I have a strength of
Yeah.
8. I'm not sure I could help Flower get up.
Now's a good time for a break, I think.
Okay.
Flower climbs up out of the pit, licks her paws, and then licks the hair on her head to pat it down.
Alright, let's put... I think Elizagirth is on screen now.